if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't. But having said that, actually, the weather will become very...
Picture a man. Picture a banana skin. Man sees banana skin, doesn't step on it. Not a very exciting story. But there's enough people and enough banana skins in the world, so eventually... it's quite funny and a bit more exciting. But not for him, because he breaks his arm and can't work for 2 months. But luckily, he has insurance, and his insurance pays for him during the time he can't work. So that's okay then. This story proves insurance is quite useful sometimes, but not very exciting. The end. No, it's not the end, because that would be dull, an anticlimax. And you're about to find out that insurance is not actually a dull anticlimax. Not that you thought it was. In fact, insurance can be exciting, awe-inspiring, occasionally funny, sometimes even moving, and fundamentally essential to most things we do as human beings on this planet. Because, well, we'll get to that. Let's just rewind a little. 100 years or so. At the beginning of the 20th century, the worldwide insurance industry was already quite big. Well, actually, it was enormous. A lot of companies and individuals already accepted the need to protect themselves against the many risks in life. But no one was prepared or insured for the first major catastrophe of the new century. Even though the staggering damage caused by the San Francisco earthquake is not covered by insurance policies, Lloyd's leading underwriter famously instructed they pay all policyholders irrespective of their policy terms. This cost an eye-watering amount, equivalent to over $1 billion in today's money. The industry stepped up and did the right thing. Lloyd's business boomed, and the city is quickly rebuilt. The professionalism and integrity of insurance companies was soon to be tested again and again. In 1912, this was the largest loss in maritime history, yet all the insurance companies moved sympathetically and swiftly to pay out on all the policies with the minimum of red tape. That same year, the Chartered Insurance Institute is granted a royal charter by King George V. Its purpose? To set professional standards and ensure the ethical practice of the insurance industry. And in the following 100 years, insurers will have to deal with a constantly changing world. From the pleasures to the prangs of the motor car, to all-out war. From a whole new landscape of universal health insurance, to the arrival of television and some new television friends. From one small step for man, and of course, a giant leap for mankind, to making sure small steps or giant leaps in the workplace are covered by the appropriate cover. And to the tiniest feat of all, these ones born in a test tube. From dealing with a new form of kidnapping to dealing with our worst nightmare. From a hurricane that wasn't.
Earlier on today, apparently a woman rang the BBC and said she heard that there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't.
And then was. To a housing crash that most certainly was. From one shocking terrorist outrage to another beyond comprehension. From an epidemic which became a pandemic to another hurricane that broke the levee but couldn't break a city's spirit. And to another earthquake that, despite the human cost, hasn't broken a nation's spirit. We started with an earthquake and ended with an earthquake, and there will no doubt be earthquakes in the future which we'll be there for. But a life in professional insurance isn't just about dealing with tragedy. In this same century, insurers have insured everything from the arms of the winner of the first World Yo-Yo contest, Harvey Lowe, to Tom Jones's chest hair for $7 million, and J-Lo's buttocks for a tidy $300 million. Fortunately for the industry, as far as we're aware, there are no payouts on any of these. Yet. And the events that glue you to your television screen, whether it's the World Cup or the Olympics, simply wouldn't happen without insurance. And as for the events that make you smash your television screen, well, you'd better check in the small print of your household policy for that. So insurance is not dull, and it's not just meerkats and motor insurance sold by slightly annoying opera singers. Make that very annoying. Insurance is fundamentally essential to many of the things we do as human beings on this planet because insurance allows things to happen. Without insurance, there would be no traffic on the roads, no freight, no buildings, no workplaces. Actually, not very much at all. It's an integral part of modern life that makes commerce, employment, and wealth creation happen. And we are there in the little moments, as well as the big ones, to fix what's gone wrong, or give peace of mind when it's going right. It's a whole century since the Chartered Insurance Institute was created. In that time, our members have met a dizzying range of global challenges. We've adapted and succeeded with integrity and professionalism. And whatever the future holds, together, we'll continue to meet challenges no one's even thought of yet.